All right, let's move on to the third email today. And the third email today comes to us from Ewan Callister, who writes, I just saw that Mr. Sunday Movies, we like Mr. Sunday Movies around here, had a scoop and said that a young Emperor Sheev Palpatine will be in Star Wars Episode 9, played by former Doctor Who Matt Smith. What do you think of this? Personally, I'd love to see our beloved wicked, bum-faced, lightning-shooting Sith Lord once again. Maybe they'll bring Darth Plagueis. All right, thanks a lot for the question, Ewan. And yes, so Mr. Sunday Movies, who has a podcast called, what's it called? The Weekly Planet, I believe. Not to be confused with The Weekly Hero, but to be fair, he came up with his name first. I always didn't think about that. Anyway, he's got a podcast called The Weekly Planet, which is great. And he talked a little bit about that now understand this, keep this in context. You got to consider this a rumor at this point, because he said he's got a source that he can't name who told him Matt Smith is going to be playing. So somebody not connected with the movies said they had somebody else who is unnamed tell them that this, so there's a few broken telephone wires here. There's a few connect the dots. So let's take this as a solid rumor for now, okay? But Mr. Sunday Movies, who we like, said that he's got a source telling him that Palpatine is going to be in this movie. So that's the reports that are running around right now, is that Matt Smith... Now, we've known for a while that Matt Smith was going to be connected to this. And honestly, if you look at pictures of Matt Smith side by side with Palpatine, listen, the likeness is there. There is a likeness there. So I can see that. But because there's a little bit of a likeness there, it also opens up the door for making false conclusions and false jumps of assumptions. Now, why could this rumor be real? And remember, it is just a rumor. Most likely it's not real, but there are some reasons to consider that it may be plausible. Number one, we've already talked a little bit about the similarities between the performers, the original Palpatine, the new alleged Palpatine. So there is a little bit of similarity there. Okay, you could see that. But also, there was another rumor that went around a while ago that had some traction that said at some point in the movie, Kylo Ren is going to discover an old recording, a Sith holocron probably, of Emperor Palpatine, and that Palpatine would appear in the movie that way. Well, if that were true, and if this rumor were true, why do you need a young Matt Smith? I don't know. Are they going to do flashbacks? I don't know. But listen, when you go to the Star Wars Wiki page, and in Battlefront 2, we all know that if you played Battlefront 2 or watched some of the cutscenes or even saw one of the trailers for it, you know Palpatine has a recorded message from Beyond the Grave. He has a plan from Beyond the Grave. What the Star Wars Wiki says is this: prior to his demise, Palpatine created the contingency to destroy the Empire in the event of his death, believing that the Empire did not deserve to survive without its Emperor. As a consequence, the Imperial remnants were further weakened and less able to resist the New Republic during the waning days of the Galactic Civil War. And once again, that's a comment from the Star Wars Wiki. Now, does this mean that Palpatine is going to be in this movie? Does this definitively mean that Matt Smith is playing a younger version of Sheev Palpatine? No, it doesn't automatically mean that. All I'm doing, though, is throwing up some ideas about why you wouldn't be insane to consider this rumor seriously. Now, personally, I don't think Matt Smith is going to be playing Palpatine, but I think if you're going to be honest, you have to at least say there are some pieces of the puzzle in play here that at least gives a little bit of credence to the whole notion that maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. I still don't think it is. I think they're going to go in a different direction. I don't see how you have for instance, I don't see a purpose for flashback Palpatine. And if you want to do a recorded Palpatine, why do you need a younger actor playing him? So, again, I don't think this is real. I don't think this is true. But I do believe there are enough pieces of the puzzle here that at least give it some credibility if you want to consider that maybe it's real. We'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Do you think this rumor is true? Do you think Matt Smith will appear as Emperor Palpatine in the new Star Wars movie? Jump down to the comment section and let me know what you think. All right, with that out of the way, let's move on now to email number 4.